Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, General Hospital Diaries. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. General Hospital brings a wave of emotional shifts, bold decisions, and complicated turns as the people of Port Charles are pushed into moments that could reshape relationships and futures forever. What starts as an ordinary day quickly transforms into one filled with pressure, secrets, and long-awaited consequences. Every choice seems heavier, every reaction sharper, and every character finds themselves confronting something they can't avoid any longer. The day begins with a delicate situation involving the baby, an unexpected development that forces several characters to rethink everything they believed they had under control. This newest turn has left people rattled, reconsidering loyalties, relationships, and even who they can trust going forward. Those closest to the situation struggle to process the reality that life is never as predictable as they want it to be. And today, it becomes clear that this child could change the course of multiple futures, especially for those who believe they finally found solid ground. Still, instead of peace, they now find uncertainty seeping into every corner of their lives. As word spreads behind closed doors, whispers grow louder about what this revelation means for the families involved. Some want answers, others want distance. A few want to step up and do the right thing, while others want to hide from the storm. The weight of responsibility begins pressing down hard, forcing the adults involved to question what's best, not only for themselves, but for a child who deserves stability in a world where very few things are stable. With emotions high and tensions rising, what should be a joyful event becomes something far more complicated, and no one can pretend this development won't have long-term consequences. Meanwhile, Rocco has a day unlike any he's ever experienced as he prepares to head into court. This pivotal moment marks a turning point for him and for everyone closely tied to his case. The gravity of the day is not lost on him. He knows that what happens in that courtroom could shape his path forward and determine what kind of future he can expect. Though he tries to put on a brave face, his nerves are impossible to hide. Every reassuring word from the people around him helps, but only to a point. At the end of the day, he's the one who must walk into that room and face whatever comes next. The adults guiding him attempt to stay strong, though inside, their emotions are just as tangled. They juggle the need to protect him with the understanding that he needs to learn how to stand strong on his own. Still, no one is immune to the strain of the day. Quiet conversations behind closed doors reveal how much pressure everyone feels and how much they worry about the outcome. Some fear the decision won't go the way they hope. Others fear what Rocco may learn about himself in the process. And then there are those who fear the truth, not about the court case, but about the ways the system sometimes fails even the people it's meant to help. As Rocco makes his way toward the courthouse, every step feels heavier than the last. The people closest to him try to project calm, but their shoulders are tense and their voices shake ever so slightly. No one wants to acknowledge it, but everyone feels the uncertainty creeping in. Even the other families in the courthouse pick up on the tension, watching the situation unfold with their own mix of curiosity and concern. Through it all, Rocco does his best to stay steady, but it's clear he is carrying far more weight than anyone his age should ever have to bear. Elsewhere in Port Charles, another situation quietly grows more intense as Sidwell's connection to Ava deepens in ways neither of them expected. What began as cautious interest has slowly transformed into something closer, something more magnetic, and something that threatens to pull Ava into territory she hasn't allowed herself to enter in a long time. Sidwell sees the walls Ava tries to keep up, yet instead of backing away, he moves closer, with an ease that both fascinates and unnerves her. Ava has survived enough heartbreak and betrayal to fill several lifetimes, and she long ago learned how to protect herself from the kind of vulnerability that can undo even the strongest person. But Sidwell's presence challenges those old defenses. There's something in the way he listens, the way he watches her with patience and a surprising warmth, that unsettles her in ways she isn't prepared to deal with. Though she tries to keep the conversation light, her guard slips with every moment they share. She can sense the shift between them, even if she doesn't want to admit it. Sidwell, for his part, seems fully aware of the effect he has on her. His confidence isn't pushy or loud. Instead, it's the kind of quiet strength that makes people feel seen. That's something Ava rarely experiences, and it draws her in despite her best efforts to remain distant. Still, with every step Sidwell takes toward her, there's an unspoken question in the air. Why now? And what does he really want from her? His intentions seem genuine, but Ava has been fooled before. Trust doesn't come easy, and whenever someone gets too close, she instinctively looks for the exit. Today, though, something feels different. Sidwell doesn't seem deterred by the complexities of her life, and he makes no attempt to pretend that her past doesn't matter. Instead, he acknowledges it without judgment, which is something Ava doesn't quite know how to handle. As he moves closer, both physically and emotionally, she feels herself being drawn into a connection she wasn't seeking, and yet might secretly need. Their chemistry is undeniable, but so is the uncertainty surrounding where this path will lead. The rest of Port Charles continues on with its usual swirl of secrets, shifting loyalties, and unexpected revelations. But these three major events, the baby's arrival, Rocco's court appearance, and Sidwell's growing pull on Ava, dominate the emotional landscape of the day. Each storyline intersects with others in subtle ways, sending ripples through families and friendships alike. For some characters, this day brings clarity. For others, it brings confusion. But for all of them, it brings change. The baby's presence forces people to confront parts of themselves they've long ignored. Rocco's journey into the courtroom tests resilience and trust. And Ava's evolving connection to Sidwell challenges her to re-examine what she wants, what she fears, and what she might be willing to risk. As the sun sets over Port Charles, no one feels the same as they did that morning. The balance has shifted, hearts have been stirred, and by the time the day ends, every character involved is left wondering what the future truly holds. Because if today proved anything, it's that one revelation, one decision, or one unexpected bond can change everything. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.